last time you will see me vlog in this spot. Ta-da! With my background and everything. I will still live here for the next 2 Tuesdays, but I'll no longer have this table. This is where I vlog from. This is the box. That's my, what do you call that? I don't even know what you call that. Tripod. The table will be going, and so I doubt that I'll be like, I mean, I guess I could like stand with my camera, but the table will be gone. So I may not vlog in this spot again. I want to show you, I flipped the calendar to May. So this is kind of like the Harry Potter page, I guess. This is me and Callie dressed up for a Harry Potter premiere. I was Lavender Brown, she was Dolores Umbridge. This is us at a Wizard Rock show. This is us with a paint war, with Quidditch, more paint war, Quidditch stuff. And then this is us at a Quidditch party. I just watched Claire's video and it was awesome. Claire, it's really good to see you. You looked so pretty. Sounds like everything was going really well and it was so great to get an update. That's the only video I watched very recently. But in your video, Claire, you talked about Karis being Hydra Girl, and that reminded me of how awesome that was. Karis, you are so cool. I just think you're so awesome. Like, how cool was that? That was awesome. And then also, Claire, you mentioned Carrie's video when she was talking about the one right decision. And I find that to be a really, really, really interesting and important conversation to have and realization to have. And I was amazed to hear you talk about that, Carrie, because I feel like a lot of people don't have that realization or don't think that. And actually, I'm kind of like obviously I agree with you 100%, but the only thing is with like finding the one you're supposed to marry, I have 2 halves of my heart on that, you know, like one half of my heart is like I totally agree with you, and I think it's really important to understand that it's not about finding this perfect soulmate, because what love is choosing to love another person. Like, it's good that they exist, and you love them faithfully, fully, freely, totally, and that's what marriage is, that's what love is, and like, it doesn't have to be like this like perfect soulmate. Like, it's just loving another person and, you know, helping lead them to Christ. There's the other half of my heart that's like, but I do believe that like God has one person that He designed for us to be with and everything. And I don't know, I mean, I guess I'm just a hopeless romantic. But I don't know. I like the idea that God has in mind who we're supposed to marry. But I think both those ideas can like go hand in hand. I don't think it's that big a deal to say God has in mind this person that He wants me to build a life with and, you know, love Him with. But at the same time, all that really matters is choosing to love another person and putting their needs before your own and sacrificing and all those things. Doesn't necessarily have to be a soulmate. I don't know. This conversation could go in a circle forever and ever. One of the reasons I really hold fast to my idea of like God has the person in mind, because I'm like, well, 2 certain people make certain children, and I feel like God has people in mind that He is going to bring into the world, and for that to happen, those certain people have to get together, and so God has it all planned out, and I just want His will, and I want it to be perfect, and not perfect, but you know, anyway. So, I think there's truth to both sides, and I think there's definite truth to, like, in the choice of college and stuff like that. I feel like we don't need to feel like our lives will be ruined if we make the wrong choice. Like, just be open, pray about your decisions, and then make the decision where you're feeling a strong pull towards, you know, and a desire. God places desires in our hearts, and you know, it's going to be good regardless, no matter what decision you make, as long as you're praising God and serving God where you are. So the table's going to be gone because I don't know if I've told you guys this story, but when my mom was here a couple months ago, end of March, we went to the laundromat to wash all my clothes. And while we were there, we talked to these people that were also there. Actually, the woman recognized me as a teacher. I feel like I've told this story via vlog, but maybe not. I'll make it short. Anyways, we talked a while. They said that they had been living in a camper, like a trailer camper thing, all year. They finally had found a rent house, and they were renting furniture, and I was like, hey, do you want my table and my recliner? And they're like, yes, and they wanted it immediately, and I was like, well, actually, I'm not leaving quite yet. But anyway, so we exchanged numbers, and I texted them yesterday and said, hey, are you still interested? And sent them pictures of my table and my recliner, and they're like, yes, yes, yes. And so they're going to come and pick them up, and I'm like so happy, because it was like these burdens that I'm like, I can't take these to South Carolina. I can't even take them back to my family's house unless my family came and did 2 trips, because I need them to come and get my bed and my dresser and certain other little items, and that's going to fill up the whole car already, so I don't really have space with the table and the recliner, which I need to get rid of. And so this really solves a lot of problems. So I'm like, these random people that I met at the laundromat are like lifesavers, and they're like totally not sketchy. The woman is a teacher as well, just not at my school. She's at the elementary school and everything, so they're trustworthy. Don't worry about that, girl. So I'm super, super happy, super thankful. It's weird. I can't believe it's been a year. I was telling my mom, it's like, it seems like 5 seconds ago that I was trying to furnish this house and was like super excited for the blessings of a table and a recliner and all these things. And now I'm trying to unfurnish the house. And it's just like, where did the time in the middle go? Like, have I really been here like 10 months or something like that? I'm starting to appreciate things a little bit. I guess, you know, that's what happens when you have like 7 more days of teaching. I'm not sure how many. I have about 2 more weeks of living here. You know, I'm very much ready to be done. There's a lot of students that I just don't want to see anymore. But, you know, there's a little teeny part of me that's getting nostalgic and I guess appreciative of the good things that have happened to me here and the blessings that I have been given. And there's a sadness in leaving friends, like my fellow teachers, and even some of my students. It hasn't quite hit me that I'm leaving them never to be seen again. Yeah, I've never quite experienced what I'm about to experience, I think. You know, because, you know, I've left college, I've left high school, but you kind of stay in touch with everybody through Facebook. Right now I'm only friends with 2 teachers on Facebook. I guess probably what I'll do is probably add some more on Facebook just to like keep some ties to what I'm leaving here. But I'm ready. It's just a little weird. It's just a little weird. It's a little sad. Mostly gloriously happy. Like, I've never wanted anything more than I want to be done with some of my students and with this year, but I've been very blessed by the people. My fellow teachers, my neighbors too, my landlord. I've been very, very just completely overwhelmed with blessings. So, here's to the last time that I'll vlog right here. Not too much to say. Bye!